Hannah, sorry for the sudden message, but I need to talk to you. Could you call me when you finish work?
What's wrong? Actually, I'm off today.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry to bother you on your day off. I wanted to ask you something, even though it might be a long shot.
You asking me for a favor? That's rare.
Well, if it's possible, could you postpone next month's wedding?
What?
Your mom asked me not to tell you, but she hasn't been feeling well lately.
Mom, what's wrong? Is she sick?
We don't know what it is yet. Actually, she won't go to the hospital, so she hasn't had proper tests.
What?
I just found out yesterday that she had some concerning numbers in her workplace health screening. She hid it from me and won't even go for follow-up tests.
Why won't she go to the hospital? I didn't think Mom was that afraid of hospitals.
When I pressed her, she said if she needs additional tests and gets hospitalized, she might miss your wedding.
What?
I'm at a loss. I told her that her health comes first, but she insists she won't go until after your wedding. But she's been looking really unwell lately, and I want her to go to the hospital soon.
So you're asking if we can postpone the wedding?
I know it's an unreasonable request, but I thought if the wedding was postponed, she might agree to get checked.
I understand how you feel, Dad. I suppose when you see Mom suffering, you want to get her to a hospital right away.
Even as I'm typing this, I know it's a ridiculous thing to ask. I'm sorry for troubling you with this.
It's not ridiculous at all. Mom's health is important to me, too. How long has she been feeling unwell?
It's been about 3 weeks now. At first, I thought it was just fatigue from all the wedding preparations. She didn't want to worry you since you're busy with the wedding, so she kept quiet about it.
For 3 weeks? Why didn't either of you tell me sooner?
You know how your mother is. She's always putting everyone else before herself. She made me promise not to tell you until after the wedding. I've been trying to convince her to see a doctor, but she's stubborn.
That sounds just like Mom, always thinking of others first.
The health screening showed elevated indicators that could point to several serious conditions. The company nurse strongly recommended immediate follow-up tests.
What kind of symptoms is she having?
Frequent dizzy spells, fatigue, and she's lost weight without trying. I've noticed she gets short of breath just walking up the stairs.
That does sound pretty serious. I had no idea.
But if postponing isn't possible, could you maybe move the start time to the afternoon?
The afternoon?
From what I've observed, she seems to struggle the most in the mornings. On your wedding day, there'll be hair and makeup, so you'll need to wake up earlier than usual, right? I think that would be too much for your mom in her current state.
Does she seem to feel better by around noon?
Yes, she usually seems to perk up and feel better around lunchtime, so an afternoon start would be really helpful.
That might actually be possible.
Really?
We're having it at a small venue where they only do one ceremony per day. They told us that, depending on the weather that day, we could change to an afternoon start.
Is that so?
So I think changing to an afternoon start shouldn't be a problem.
If possible, could you please change it to an afternoon start? I'll even go beg the venue myself if needed.
You don't need to do that. Actually, an afternoon start would help me too.
Oh?
After the ceremony with family, we're planning an after-party with friends. But due to venue availability, that's scheduled to start in the evening. There was going to be an awkward gap between the ceremony and the after-party, so an afternoon start would actually work better for me.
In that case, could you ask your fiancé Tyler if it's okay? If he doesn't have any issues with it, please change it to an afternoon start.
Got it. I'll talk to Tyler about it. And Dad.
Yes?
I know you're worried sick about Mom, but try not to show it too much in front of her. It might make her more anxious.
You're right. I'm trying my best to stay calm for her sake.
And I'm really grateful you told me. I'd rather know what's going on than be kept in the dark.
I debated whether to tell you or not. I didn't want to add stress right before your wedding.
Family comes first, Dad. I'm glad you reached out.
Your mother would be upset if she knew I told you. She's determined not to ruin your special day, as she puts it.
Nothing could ruin it more than Mom collapsing during the ceremony because she refused treatment. Tell her I insist she gets checked out right after the wedding.
I will. And Hannah?
Yes?
Thank you for understanding. It means a lot. And please give my regards to Tyler.
Of course. That's what family is for. I'll let you know what Tyler says about moving the time.
I appreciate it more than you know.
Tyler, I need to talk to you about the wedding, but is now a good time?
What's up? The wedding's only a month away and everything should be set, right?
The preparations are fine, but due to my family situation, I'd like to change the wedding to an afternoon start.
What do you mean? Did something happen?
Actually, I got a call from my dad, and apparently my mom isn't feeling well. She seems to struggle, especially in the mornings, but feels better around noon, so I'd like to move it to the afternoon if possible.
What kind of a reason is that? So basically she's not a morning person and wants to delay the ceremony? Your parents have some nerve asking for that.
No, Tyler, that's not it. She's genuinely not feeling well. It sounds serious enough that she should probably see a doctor, but Mom really wants to attend our wedding. So, I'd like to move it to the afternoon to make it easier for her to participate.
That's ridiculous. We can't change everything for one person's whims. The venue staff would be inconvenienced too.
That's not a problem. I already checked with the venue and they confirmed an afternoon start would be fine.
What?
The venue staff said there's no problem at all, and we should just let them know our preferred start time. We're only inviting family to the ceremony, so a time change shouldn't be a big deal, right? It would actually help fill that awkward gap before the after-party.
Are you kidding me? Why are you making decisions without me?
Huh?
Why should my wedding be changed because of your parents' condition? That's unacceptable!
Tyler? I didn't make any decisions. I just asked if it would be possible to change the time. The venue said yes, but I told them I needed to discuss it with you first.
Don't go checking with the venue without asking me first!
I thought it made sense to check if it was even possible before bothering you with it.
Listen, the wedding will go ahead as scheduled. We can't change it for just one person.
But the venue said it's not a problem? No one would be inconvenienced, and it would really help my mom. Is that still not okay?
Of course it's not okay. Being pushed around by in-laws? That's embarrassing for a man.
Huh? Excuse me?
I'm sorry about your parents, but the wedding stays as planned. If she knows she gets sick in the morning, she can take medicine beforehand or something. Demanding we delay the ceremony without making any effort themselves is just ridiculous.
Wait, isn't that a bit cold? We're talking about my mother's health here. Dad mentioned that the health screening showed some concerning results that require follow-up tests.
So why doesn't she just go to the doctor now? Why wait until after the wedding?
Because she's worried that if she needs additional tests or gets hospitalized, she might miss our wedding. That's how important this day is to her. If changing the start time would cause major problems, I could understand your objection, but that's not the case. Couldn't you be a little more accommodating for my mother?
I told you it would compromise my dignity as a man. The start time absolutely will not change.
What's with this male pride thing? Are you seriously refusing to change the start time for that reason?
Of course I'm serious.
I don't understand. How does moving the ceremony a few hours later affect your dignity?
Because once you start giving in to in-laws' demands, they'll walk all over you. Trust me, I've seen it happen.
This isn't about giving in to anyone. It's about being considerate of someone who's unwell.
Let me ask you something, Hannah. Are you really prepared to become my wife?
Where's this coming from? I'm marrying you in a month, aren't I?
If you were truly prepared to be my wife, you wouldn't make these kinds of requests. I think you're not fully committed.
What? How does asking for a time change to accommodate my sick mother indicate that I'm not committed to our marriage?
You're about to become my wife, right? Being my wife means joining my family. Surely you understand this much?
What's gotten into you? Of course I understand that.
When you join my family, the most important person becomes me, then my parents, then yourself, and lastly, your parents.
What?
In other words, your parents are at the bottom of the priority list, so why should I change my wedding start time for the lowest priority people? That makes no sense!
Hold on, Tyler. Are you serious about this?
Of course I am!
Since when do we rank our family members like that? I never agreed to put my parents at the bottom of the priority list.
This is how a proper family works. The husband is the head of the household. His parents come next because they raised him. Then comes the wife, who's there to support the husband. And finally, the wife's parents.
I've never heard of such a ridiculous hierarchy. A marriage is supposed to be a partnership.
That's some modern feminist garbage. Traditional family values have stood the test of time.
I had no idea you thought this way. We've been together for several years, and you've never once mentioned this family priority list.
It should be obvious. Why do you think we're having the ceremony at the venue my mother chose?
Because I thought it was a beautiful place and agreed to it, not because I was following some bizarre ranking system. I'm shocked by your attitude right now. My mother could be seriously ill.
She'll be fine. Women often exaggerate health problems for attention.
Excuse me? I can't believe what I'm hearing from you right now.
You should respect my decision regardless of the reason. That's what a good wife does.
What? I'm sorry, but I need some time to process this conversation.
There's nothing to process. The wedding stays as scheduled. The start time will not change. End of story. Make sure you tell your dad that.
I can't do this now. I'll talk to you later.
Whatever, but remember what I said about priorities.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I hate to say this, but can we cancel today's wedding? My mother just collapsed.
What?
I'm really sorry. I've already explained to the staff. But please stay at the venue to help with the situation. I'll talk to you later.
Wait, what the hell? Did you just leave the venue?
Thank goodness I hadn't changed into my dress yet. I just jumped into a taxi.
What are you doing? Get back here right now!
What? My mother just collapsed and you want me to come back? Don't you understand? I need to get to the hospital immediately.
So, your parent collapsed. So what? Our wedding is more important than your parents.
Wait, are you serious? I just got a call that my mother went into cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest? Then all the more reason to come back. If her heart stopped, she's not gonna survive anyway. So what's the point of you rushing there?
What did you just say? Did you seriously just tell me my mother is going to die anyway, so I shouldn't bother?
I'm just being practical. The doctors are already handling it. What can you do that they can't?
I can't believe you'd say something so heartless. My mother could be dying.
Listen, today is our wedding day. Whether your mother collapses or not, it doesn't matter to us. She won't survive anyway. So just abandon her and come back to the venue.
You'd better prepare yourself, you absolute lowlife.
Ha!
How dare you say such things when my mother is in a critical condition? Won't survive? Abandon her? The only one being abandoned is you worthless man!
Whoa, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I'm just saying what's practical.
Practical? There is nothing practical about abandoning my dying mother for a wedding ceremony. I can't put up with this any longer. The wedding is absolutely canceled right now. Who would ever marry someone like you?
Come on, calm down. What do you mean you won't marry me? I understand you're panicking because your mother collapsed, but don't say things you don't mean.
I mean every word. There's absolutely no way I would ever marry you.
What?
Oh, did I stutter? I said no! I refuse to marry someone who tells me to abandon my mother in a critical situation! The wedding is canceled and our engagement is off. Who would ever become your wife?
Hey, don't mess around with me! I'm already unhappy that you left the venue on your own, and now you're talking about canceling our marriage?
I'm not messing around. I've never been more serious in my life.
Hannah, you need to stop getting carried away!
You're the one getting carried away, thinking I'd still be your wife. Who would ever marry you? I've called the venue again to confirm. I've also emailed all the guests.
What? Why are you making cancellation announcements to everyone by yourself?
I saved you the trouble, didn't I? You should be grateful.
Don't be ridiculous. You've ruined our wedding day!
No, you ruined it when you showed your true colors. Thank goodness I found out who you really are before we got married.
You're being hysterical. You'll regret this when you calm down.
The only thing I regret is wasting years with someone who would tell me to abandon my mother because she's going to die anyway.
If that's how it is, you'll be paying the cancellation fees. You hear me? You're paying the full amount, and I'm also gonna sue you for emotional distress.
What? I can understand the cancellation fees, but emotional distress? What are you talking about?
I was looking forward to the ceremony, and now it's canceled, and I've been jerked around by your selfishness. Of course you owe me compensation.
How can you say that? You're acting like you didn't do anything wrong.
That's right! If you don't return to the venue, I'll make you pay the cancellation fees and compensation! If you don't like that, come back right now!
Are you serious? My mother is fighting for her life and you're threatening me with lawsuits?
Right now, our wedding is more important than your mother!
If you want the wedding so badly, why don't you ask your mistress to be your substitute bride? I saw your mistress rushing to the venue from my taxi.
What?
You said you'd charge me for cancellation fees and compensation, right? Fine, I'll pay. But in return, I'll charge you twice as much afterward.
Wait, what mistress? What do you mean you saw her from the taxi?
When I left the venue, I heard someone making a scene outside. A woman in a wedding dress was shouting, "Where is the groom who's supposed to get married today? I'm the real bride!"
What? There must be some mistake. I don't know who that could be.
Really? Then why did she know exactly which venue and what day our wedding was supposed to be?
Maybe it's a crazy ex of someone else?
Yeah, right. I actually wanted to confront her, but right now, the most important thing isn't the wedding or questioning your mistress. It's rushing to my mother's side. I got in the taxi right away, but I could still see her trying to get past the staff and enter the venue.
No way! That can't be!
Save your denials. I need to focus on my mother now.
Look, whatever you think you saw, there's an explanation for that!
No, don't say anything. Just save that explanation for later.
Hannah, please! Don't throw away our relationship over a misunderstanding!
A misunderstanding? You just told me to abandon my dying mother. How is that a misunderstanding?
I spoke without thinking. I was just shocked and upset about the wedding being ruined.
And now you're worried about your mistress showing up. Funny how your priorities shifted so quickly.
No, you got this all wrong!
Once my mother's condition stabilizes, it'll be your turn to be questioned, so you'd better prepare yourself by then. I have to go. We're pulling up to the hospital.
Hannah, wait!
I'm turning my phone off now. Don't contact me again.
I heard the news. Your mom regained consciousness. That's great!
Thank you.
Oh, don't worry about things on my end. I talked to the staff and got the wedding postponed rather than canceled. I begged them myself, so now we can have our wedding once things settle down.
What's wrong with you? It's too late to pretend those earlier statements never happened.
No, that's not what I meant. I was just in shock yesterday. I wasn't thinking clearly when I said those things about your mother.
So shock made you tell me to abandon my dying mother and come back to the venue? Interesting.
I know it sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. I've been awake all night thinking about how I acted.
I heard from your relatives that your mistress made quite an entrance afterward, just like in a drama, shouting, "Wait! Stop this wedding!" She didn't know the wedding was already canceled and opened the doors to an empty venue.
Well, she's not what you think. She's just an acquaintance who misunderstood our relationship.
An acquaintance who showed up in a wedding dress calling herself the real bride? That's quite a misunderstanding.
I can explain everything if you'll just give me a chance.
I also got a call from the venue. They said cancellations due to family emergencies can be postponed, but not other types of problems. They said we'll have to pay the cancellation fee in full.
No way! I begged them so much!
They mentioned something about a woman in a wedding dress causing property damage. Apparently, she threw quite a tantrum when she found out the wedding was canceled.
That wasn't my fault! I had no idea she would show up!
So you admit you know who she is then?
That's not... I meant hypothetically!
So you'd better start gathering money for the cancellation fees and compensation. Now that Mom's regained consciousness, I'll start preparing my claims against you.
Claims? What claims? Hannah, please, let's not make this any worse than it already is! Hey, Hannah, can't we just start over? Your mom's conscious again, right? I bet she regained consciousness because she wants to see our wedding. Let's show your parents our happy day.
Stop saying such convenient things. Mom regained consciousness thanks to Dad. Since she collapsed, Dad kept calling her name. She responded to him and finally regained consciousness. Even the doctor said it was probably thanks to your father's voice.
That's wonderful marital love. I'm sure we could become a couple like that too.
Huh? That's impossible. My father has been by my mother's side for 30 years. He hasn't left the hospital room once. He's been holding her hand, talking to her, even when she was unconscious.
I would do the same for you. I really would.
Seeing my father break down in tears when Mom regained consciousness made me realize something. A couple who still love each other after decades together. You and I could never become like that.
That's not true. We could definitely become that kind of couple.
The man who told me to abandon my dying mother because she won't survive anyway could never love anyone that deeply.
I was wrong. I admit it. People say stupid things when they're stressed.
I will not get back together with you. Thank goodness we were scheduled to register our marriage next week. Let's keep the marriage plans canceled.
Wait, please, don't say that, please. I'm begging you, marry me.
You have a mistress, don't you? For her to rush to the venue in a wedding dress, you must have had quite a relationship.
She's not what you'd call a mistress. It was just someone I hooked up with a couple of times.
The venue staff said she was screaming about how you promised to marry her and that she's been waiting for so long.
She's exaggerating. It wasn't serious. Actually, it's terrifying that she showed up when I never even told her the wedding date or location.
So you do admit there was something going on?
It was nothing, a casual thing that meant nothing to me. Hannah, please, I'm on my knees here. I'll do anything. Please, you're the only one for me. Don't leave me, please.
I'm blocking your number after this message. Don't try to contact me again. My collapsed mother has been recovering steadily, and her condition has stabilized. She'll be in the hospital for a while undergoing tests, but I'm relieved to see her cheerfully talking with Dad from her hospital bed. As for Tyler, it turns out he wasn't just with his mistress twice, but for 2 years. all his savings disappeared to pay me compensation and the full cancellation costs for the wedding. I heard that the mistress who burst into the venue demanded, "I'm pregnant, so marry me!" And he did end up marrying her. But apparently, the baby was born with black hair and eyes.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.